Good morning, how are you today? I'm doing this a little late again today. My husband called and he wants me to make homemade soup for lunch and he comes home early. So I had to actually, he found some in the freezer that I made before. So I just had to like dress it up a little bit. Nothing. My sister boy her upstairs. Every time she sees me, she always says how nice I look. It's really encouraging, inspiring. Keeps me going here. He's the first thing this morning because if I have to lose weight or ever try to lose weight, I always seem to lose it from the extremities. My head, my neck, my feet, my arms get thinner. And it kind of like melts away as it works its way down my body. And the part that I really wanted to address, my jeans are tighter from last summer, as I've been on the computer a lot this winter. And so I didn't get skiing at all this winter. We usually do a lot of cross-country skiing. My husband's skis weren't in good condition, they're older. We needed to replace them. And so because I'm a social person, I didn't really want to go by myself. I've had a few falls on the trails, and one winter really tore a lot of ligaments on the fall. I slipped on an icy hill and my one leg kind of twisted and put my knee and my ankle up. And so I don't like to go alone. And it is trails, and it is through the forest. So all winter I bugged him. I need to go skiing. I want to go skiing. I want to go skiing. Fix your skis. It didn't happen. So maybe that's a good thing for me to get him for his birthday next year, for next Christmas. So another pair of cross-country skis. He used to be an avid downhill skier, but he just doesn't do it anymore. Now that he's getting older, I think they actually have a seniors package that he can take advantage of. You know, he's not even insulted by that. When I suggest that maybe he should look into the senior club program, he just says, well, at least there's one or two benefits to growing old. There, maybe I did 25. You'll have to tell me. My mother's egg remedies, I went on the internet to validate, because I thought I don't want to give you information that's going to cause injury. I need to put a disclaimer on my videos. Trying anything my mother suggests is at your own risk. She's amazingly beautiful for her 86 years old. I looked around the home when I was in there just to kind of see her, she calls them inmates. She's got a really nice home she's in, but she calls it a prison. And I guess if you're a free spirit like my mom, it would seem like a prison. So she looks like what the previous one there, short of the nurses, of course, they're always gorgeous. But for the people in her age group, she's really active. She's in a wheelchair, but it doesn't stop her. She's up and down walls and in and out of her tea room and doing crafts, getting her hair done and knitting bushels of socks. And everybody who visits her, not everybody, a lot of the people who visit her, she gets into a jam session and she sings all those old songs, and she's quite the good singer. She used to yodel. She taught me how to yodel when I was younger. It's really cool. I don't think my husband, I don't think it's one of my, I think it's one of my resume. Yodel-o-ding, yodel-o-ding, and I can't do it anymore. It's something I think you gotta keep up, keep your throat muscles in tune for. But my mom was a yodeler. We always had, well, from my years that I can remember, I don't think they always had, but from the years I remember, they always had cottages. And there was kind of like a hilly kind of a portion, of course, behind them, because the lake is in a valley, or it would be a lake, right? And my mom would sit on the dock early in the morning, and the loons would sing, and she'd say, come and yodel with me. And we'd go make noises, scare all the loons away, I think. But anyways, I went online to look up the egg thing, and I was amazed at how many remedies there are for egg and egg white. I can't do the one behind my back yet. Very well, anyway. She talks about the egg white as a mask, mixing it with any lemon or honey or just plain egg white. And she used to actually mix up a batch of egg white and vinegar for hair care even. Or if you want to nowadays, it's mayonnaise. And she'd blend it up or mix it up, and we'd have it for just kind of like doctoring up the dry ends. My sister, at the time when I was growing up, the back combing your hair, if anybody out there is young, I don't know if it's just grannies watching this or is anybody young. I need to put this back on the door. It's not going to work here. But anyways, well, this is the late one anyway. The treatment was the mayonnaise, of course, because it is egg, has protein and all kinds of stuff. Eggs are loaded. Anyways, she mixed that up and we put it on our hair, and it was especially important back then because we didn't have curling. Well, it's especially important now actually too. We didn't have curling irons and stuff. Well, it was just coming in. I didn't anyway, not in my budget. But we washed, well, not me, my sisters, one in particular, would wash your hair and then back comb it. Literally comb it back to the scalp and make it fuller. And that's when like the beehive and all those kinds of hairdos, French roll were in. And if you had that back comb portion in there, it kind of acted like filler to give you a look of body and fullness. But it was really hard on the hair, it cost for hands. And ironing, they didn't have curling irons, but they literally ironed. Put wax paper on an iron board and fold it over the hair. Of course, you had long hair. And iron it, and it made that shiny, waxy thing now. Now we have all that in a bottle. But it was really a killer on the hair. So these egg and vinegar concoctions mixed up or mayonnaise would act like a remedy for restoring hair follicles and healing the damage or hiding it or whatever. I don't know. But anyways, one of the other things I found online for egg white is numerous people, a lot of people, I've never heard of it before, when they have fever or infection in their body, they apply egg white. In fact, if you were a native person, shaman, boil eggs, and they roll these warm boiled eggs. The Asian people actually put a coin in the middle, a silver coin, it has to be silver. Shove it into the boiled egg after they get it out of the pot, of course, and boil it. And they shell it really quickly, and they stick this, I think they shell it. Anyway, they put the silver coin in the middle of this egg. I'll have to research that again and post it. And they roll it over your body when you have a fever. And then I guess the egg white is to pull the toxins and whatever out of your body. And then the one lady online who mentioned using egg for a remedy for fever, she took the coin out, and it was black, and rubbed it all over your body. Or something metal, she said, rubbed all over the body. Vigorously. And the egg white put on the feet to draw fever out of the body. Whipping it up and put it on your feet. And when I was in looking at egg white remedies, I actually was also looking at things you do with vinegar, because my mom used vinegar for everything. And so tomorrow what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about some of the things vinegar is good for. I know any of you my age probably know all this stuff. It's just a preview. But if these things float around cyberspace long enough, and if the world ends up like they showed on all these end of world, okay, the ball is maybe now, getting under my feet here. It's a natural disaster type. The ball doesn't want to go. You see these end of world videos and movies, and it's like people who don't have a clue how to survive, running out of guns, killing each other, hiding in hovels, and the cities and towns that are totally demolished, major earthquake type situation, and they have no idea how to survive without satellite, cell phone, internet. And so if any of this stuff is floating around, like, I don't know how to get Cephalf U21 to a disc to save for my grandkids or great-grandkids. So I guess if the satellites fall out of the sky, all this wisdom will be gone with it. Wisdom, sage wisdom from our mothers and grandmothers. can't wait to get my leg out. Then this will make sense. So tomorrow we're going to look at more remedies from the ancients in my family. And we're going to look at vinegar. And as I remember them, any of them that come up, maybe more with egg. And I got a few with onion that my mom gave me as well. So this is your Granny Fit 100-day challenge. Day 11. Doing all right. My daughter says, get to 30 and it'll be a keeper. It's coming on to spring and I like to be outside in the garden first thing in the morning. So I may end up doing these fitness things in my garden. I'm just going to turn for modesty reasons. I'm not sure. These little exercise outfits are leftovers from when I did belly dancing. I took belly dancing with my daughters and my granddaughter just for a girls' night out. It was all middle-aged, some young, but mostly middle-aged women. I just wanted to get out and do something different and fun. And I didn't really want to wear the bikini kind of belly dancing outfit. I'm a little shy for that. So I bought these little things you see me in. Of course, I was thinner then, so they were not as tight. And I bought this little thing with bells on it. Maybe one of the days we're exercising, I'll do the little, if I can remember them, the little belly dancing routines with my bells. I tried them out and use them. But I tried to get the girls to go on and do more with me because it was such a hoot. We had fun. And they didn't want to. They bought the cute little outfits, but they don't use them anymore. It's too bad. But apparently, over at the seniors in the park across the road, they have a seniors club. And I guess I'm old enough now to go to it. If you're 50 and over, you can join this club. And they belly dance. And they do that thing where you go like this and you hold it. And you move like this as a Tai Chi or something. And I tried to do that. And you have to have balance. And they got this whole routine worked out that they do. So you go in there. And they're so graceful. I used to go to the park and walk my dog in the morning vigorously. And I'd go into the little inn restaurant they have there because I always have to reward myself for a vigorous walk. And I'd have coffee or tea or something. And I'd look out the window and up in the pavilion, there they were. And I'd always feel guilty drinking my coffee because they were up there. And I can't even hold the pose. Holding these poses and watching their master, touchy person, you know, and it was all about thinking and breathing, which I can't do when I'm exercising. And I'd almost choke on my coffee thinking, I should be out there doing some of that stuff instead of in here drinking coffee, which is not good for me. Well, they say 1 cup a day is not bad. So I'm trying to limit myself to 1 cup a day. So, don't have room to skip in here. And I have my ankle brace here. So I'm going to try the ankle again on my work on here. And so I trust that you've all woke up and washed up and we've worked out. And then as soon as we leave this video, we're going to go have our wholesome drink. I'm going to get it ready so my husband can have a wholesome drink with me. So I'm going to do each of these legs. And then I'm going to call it a day. And then we're going to walk the dogs tonight anyway. So thanks for joining me. Don't forget to do your worship. Get fit.